In this video, we're going to explain the principal component analysis. We will not cover the details of principal component analysis or how to perform principal components analysis, but we're going to use PCA to determine how the variance is explained by the PCA. In this video, we're going to fix the number of principal components to 2 and see how much variance is explained by 2 principal components. A PCA analysis can be done to determine how much variance there is in a portfolio. If there is a lot of variance, if we have a bunch of assets which are not correlated to each other, then you would need more principal components to explain 100% variance. In this example, we have a portfolio of gold and S&P 500, and when we do the PCA and limit to 2 principal components, we can see that almost 60 plus 30, around 90% of variance is explained by the first 2 principal components. When we reconstruct the returns based on the first principal component, the returns almost match the returns provided by S&P 500 index alone. The principal component analysis is done in get PCA analysis function. To perform the PCA, scikit-learn's PCA object is used. The number of components is limited to 2. Once the percentage daily returns of each asset is passed to PCA object, we get the principal components. Then we display the principal components variance explained on a bar chart, which you saw in the other image. Then we reconstruct the returns of based on the first principal component. So we take the first principal component and then normalize it by dividing each of the coefficient in the first principal component by the sum of the coefficients. Then we transform it, and then we multiply the transformed principal component coefficients with the scatter plot returns. So that way we'll get the returns explained by the first principal component. And in a third plot, we just plot the returns provided by the S&P 500 index. Since the first principal component explains around 60% of variance, we see that the returns almost match the S&P 500 index returns. To perform PCA analysis in Shrav's website, Shrav's platform, you could click on the PCA analysis tab, and then you would have all the portfolios that you have created. For example, if we do the principal component analysis of cotton and natural gas, you should see the same output you saw in the IPython notebook. In case of cotton and gas, almost 80% is explained by the first principal component. Then we map the returns of the first principal component with S&P 500 index. Since the S&P 500 index is not in the portfolio, these two would not match. But the returns of the first principal component here would closely match with the portfolio cumulative returns. If you see here, the plot almost matches with the returns by the first principal component, 0.4. This is normalized cumulative returns. So you had 1.4. If you set this as 0 axis, 1 as the 0 axis, then you had a 0.4 here. And at the 0 axis, you had close to 0.4 here. So the cumulative returns normalized match with the closely match with the first principal component returns, and that is because the variance explained by the first principal component is almost 0.8%. In another video, we'll cover more details about the principal component analysis. Thank you.